Welcome to the Stockyards in Fort Worth, Texas, is where your primetime Saturday night SFL slate begins. Here, the Toros, fresh off of a heartbreaking overtime loss a week ago against the DC Dragons, but they remain undefeated in the division. They now must play host to a Denver Nightwings team who is trying to lock in their best winning record since all the way back to season 18, fresh under the guise of head coach Michael Goodman and defensive coordinator Jimmy Hatsis. Alongside me to unpack this one this evening is my good friend Anthony Ellison. And give me the keys that you picked up for this matchup.
This is the type of game, Jacob, that I love to watch. It's going to be running the football. You have two of the top 10 leading leaders in rushing. So what's going to be very important is going to be the quarterbacks. Is what they're going to do if they have trouble running the football. Can they make those clear passes?
The veteran Eric Price, under center for Fort Worth, will be going up against his former ball club. But it will be the Nightwings who will start off in a new all-white with blue sock combo here. And this kickoff will be returned from within the field of play. Up past the 20, broke a tackle as Keel got up past the 30. And the Denver Nightwings will start here just shy of the 30 thanks to the veteran Jeremy Mosley. This offense for head coach Michael Goodman, led out by quarterback Trellis Blanton. Bailey O'Shaughnessy and Dwayne Salmons headline the backfield with R.E. Mills. The fullback, the receivers, Jay Viper, Logan Keel, Jeremy Mosley, and Dylan Lewis. The lone tight end is Marquise Sango. Gene Benazzi and Igor Bartov, the brothers, anchor this offensive line at the tackle spots with Marcelo Martin at the left guard position. Blanton will start under center. Toros in a base 4-3. Two tight ends in the frame here for Denver. Toss play to the outside. Can't get past the line of scrimmage. An early tackle for loss. We're talking in pre-game about he's already highlighted as a targeted all-star representative for this season. Dexter Jackson with an early TFL.
And Jacob, we're going to have to watch him because he's going to have to play that outside containment when it comes to the running game. He's been doing it all season, but it's going to be very important in this game.
Defensive player of the season from season 21 already on the board today. Blanton will throw on a second play and he's got a conversion. Just shy of halfway goes the veteran Logan Keel.
And that is what we're going to want to see out of these quarterbacks. When you can't get a good running on the first down, can you make it up with a good throw right there? That's a good dot over the middle when it was a double coverage. Throw it a little bit behind the receiver so he was able to catch it.
It's a good response from Denver, who convert for a good 20 yards and are now just shy of halfway. Second run of the day. This is for Salmons, and he will get 6 on that occasion. Some more positive yardage than the O'Shaughnessy run a few plays ago. And this Fort Worth defense gets settled in here. O'Shaughnessy now back in the fold. Mills in front of him. Another running set. They'll hand it off to the outside. O'Shaughnessy is half a yard shy of the first down there, but you feel like they'll make easy work of this.
Yeah, 30 inches. This is exactly what you want. Denver loves these situations because you can pass the ball, you can run the football, but you know their identity. Two tight ends, fullback, they're going up the middle.
Salmons outside, got past Jackson that time, and that'll keep this Fort Worth defense off the field, I should say. And we'll introduce that defense now for head coach Luis Gonzalez. The defensive line, Jeff Duffy and Jerry D. Gom with Luther Gond in the middle. E.K. Vincent and Dexter Jackson, the linebackers. The safeties in secondary, Tavius Gordon, Adam Leach, Aiden Davis, Ben Stone, Zion Waddles, and Delaney Nash. Throw from Blanton across, it's wide open. He's got a wide open Dylan Lewis, and Denver have got the opening score of the game.
You want to write a perfect script for the first drive? Jacob, we just saw it right there. Their identity is to run the football, but what I said before the game started is, can you implement the passing game? Because that's going to make you even more dangerous. When you can throw the ball down the field like that, now you got to defend the pass, which is going to open up the running game. Right there, you saw a Toro jump the route, didn't need to do that because you're the last line of defense, and that's an easy score for Denver to start the game.
It was Ben Stone who was at the back there as the last option, and he went aggressive on that particular play, and it left Dylan Lewis wide open in open pastures, and Denver made pretty quick work of that, and it's the first touchdown of the season for Lewis, the second, in fact, on the campaign. And Fort Worth will get to reply here and trot this offense out for, again, head coach Luis Gonzalez, or quarterback Eric Price against his former ball club, Jet Zero and Jay-Z Bacon. The backs, Aaron Alexander, the fullback, the receivers, Henry McGee, Cade Stevens, and Stephen Hacker. The tight ends, Robert Garrett Jr. and James Jennings. Duke and Jaleel LaRue are the tackles, Amelia Panda and Frank Burks are the other two offensive linemen. First down play here out of a twin set, handoff to the left-hand side. There's going to be some open space here on the opening carry for Jet Zero. The former Queen City Corsair gets 7 on his first touch.
And I love it. They ran behind Jaleel LaRue and Emilio Panda, the left guard and the left tackle. That's a power run. Nothing fancy there. Let the fullback lead up in there. Get yourself a solid 7 yards.
It's fine for Bacon. Got some good contact there, but was able to get the 6 required for the first down, and that keeps this Fort Worth offense moving through 2 opening run plays. And again, plenty of experience on this offensive line here for Fort Worth. 11 combined seasons of experience between Panda and Burks. 1 all-star for the former. And Price will again have this twins formation here. He's going to motion Henry McGee, the speedster, from left to right, and you're right, picked up by another man on the other side. Price is going to drop back, short throw, looking for McGee, and it's incomplete. And we'll introduce this Denver defense for defensive coordinator Jimmy Hatzis. Defensive line, Gerald Cumbus, Hugo Reynoso, Logan Gardner, and Joseph Sabolka. The linebackers, Chuck Diesel, Jimmy Burgett, Luis Quintana, and John Martin. The secondary, Luke Schreiner, Ted Haynes, Parker Thomas, Lucas DeVore, and the veteran Tank Bennett. 4 wide now for Price. He will run, though, with Bacon on the outside. That's going to be worth 4 yards. And Fort Worth will have to open the playbook up a bit here on 3rd down and medium.
So what I want to see on both sides of the ball, Jacob, for defenses is I want to see blitzes. When you have a good running game from both teams, you got to show some more pressure. You got to fill those gaps right there and make them make adjustments on the running game.
Bunch to the bottom. Price will roll away from it. Throws in. It's incomplete. Nearly picked off there by Thomas. And it falls harmlessly to the turf. You feel that Eric Price got away with one there.
Oh, absolutely he did, because Parker Thomas, the one that undercut the route right there, could have easily took it to the house. But once again, no harm, no foul for Denver. They're going to punt the ball and get the ball back here. Good stop on the first drive.
It was superb coverage from the 12-season veteran, but he couldn't hang on to it, and his punt will be returned to the 37. Good coverage there on the special teams unit, and we'll see this Denver offense again. They again went downfield pretty quickly, got the ground game established, and got that huge touchdown throw to find Dylan Lewis worth 40 yards, his second receiving touchdown of the campaign. Twins to the right-hand side. Plenty of room for that receiver up the top here. They're going to run it on the ground off the toss play, and met strongly by E.K. Vinson. There was the runner in O'Shaughnessy for only a 2-yard gain.
And let's keep an eye on that, Jacob. You saw the cornerback was about 8 yards off, and that's because they got burned on the pass right there. That can be an advantage for Denver to run it to that side right here at the bottom of the screen. That cornerback is like 10 yards off.
And straight up the middle, they go away from it. That time, O'Shaughnessy gets a little bit more room, finished off by Delaney Nash after a gain of 6. And Denver, again, they went for the run on 3rd down and short last time. This a little further out, but they project to go to the run again. It's been working so far. Hand off to the left-hand side for Salmons. Did he get it? They're going to give it to him. Looked like he just got that ball over the stripe.
And this is going to be some work for the linebackers for the Toros. E.K. Vincent and Jackson, they're up for it. They're well experienced right there, but they're going to have to do some work today to fight through this Denver offensive line and make these tackles.
And up the middle, that's almost broke that one free there, was Bailey O'Shaughnessy. So he continues his strong afternoon. And absolutely, I mean, Dexter Jackson was a marquee signing for Fort Worth a couple of seasons ago when they poached him off the Mexico City Aztecs. Sonike Vincent, obviously a huge league veteran, retiring at the end of the campaign. He'll be looking to make sure he finishes off on the best possible note. Handoff on the outside, this time for Salmons. He lowers the shoulder, got the first down. Jackson could not prevent that.
And what makes this running game scary, Jacob, is coming into today, both Salmons and O'Shaughnessy came in with both 109 carries apiece.
Yeah.
They split the carries, so they don't get tired like that because they share the load and they have like almost identical numbers. So it's really tough to try to like focus in on one.
Basically works in a next man up scenario. One comes off, the other goes on. This time the handoff to O'Shaughnessy, a juke move at the line of scrimmage. Adam Leach was there to shut that one down, but it was nearly blown up and he saved it.
And that's the thing, it's not just power running right there. He took the ankles of the defender with just a little juke move back inside right here. Denver is moving the ball really well, but watch this. Now they can throw the ball over the middle.
Display the outside again. Davis provided the pressure. It was fumbled, picked up at the back there by one of the linemen. Salmons with a bit of a scare there. If not for that guard that came across and picked the ball up, that was all sorts of trouble.
Yeah, that's why you never give up on the play right there, because that was scary. If that guard is not there, that's a scoop and score.
Give credit to Montre Holland, who was on the spot there to pick that one up. Bunch formation now for Blanton. He'll go to the air, and pressure there got home. And Fort Worth respond there defensively. Credit Jerry D. Gond there getting into the backfield and making sure that Blanton was pressured.
Good job by the pass rush right there on Latoros on a Y9 formation, meaning the defensive end was all the way out to the end. The quarterback right there, Blanton, needs to step up in the pocket, and you will avoid that pressure.
This punt will be angled off to the right and won't land in the field of play there from Jordan Bradshaw. And worth noting, they've got slipped in there a little bit quietly, but Jeff Duffy got a tackle on that drive, which means he now has 500 on his career. A couple of milestones in order for this game tonight. That's one of them we can check off. And Price now with the single back behind him. Hand off on the draw to Alexander for the first time this evening. He gets 3. Check that as Bacon.
All right, so now Fort Worth is back on the field on offense after a quick drive that almost led to an interception right here. So go back on offense here. You want to make sure you establish 0 and Bacon on the football and just make sure you get safer passes.
Drop back from Price. Short route is caught by McGee. Almost broke that second tackle. The first pass attempt from Eric Price to be completed finds number 14.
There's a reason why he has a high percentage for the season, second in the league with 62%, because that's a tough pass. It's after the press, but before the safety. Great throw.
And it gets Fort Worth on the moving. It's the first completion from Price today. And shake that off for the moment. The handoff up the middle. That's going to get a good leg drive there out of Jay-Z Bacon. So both of these ground games look very settled at the moment.
Yeah, and this is what we were expecting. The passing game has to be of what importance so that can open up your running game. If you can make completions down the field, then it's going to open up the 7-man box there to get good runs.
After 0, they got plenty of pressure there, and they're going to say lost a yard there on that occasion. Denver sent the house, and they got the result there as the tackle came from the back there by Chuck Diesel, and they'll have to have another crack here from 3rd and 4. Twins off to the right-hand side. Drop back by Price. Got pressure on. That's caught. And broke a tackle and tried to spin through the second. And Fort Worth 2 for 2 here on this drive through the air. Stephen Hacker's got his first of the afternoon.
Yep, and a beautiful strike. First of all, good job picking up the blitz. They're sliding over in the pocket, created more time for yourself and delivering a strike. Watch the feet of the quarterback. I love it.
Eric Price now settled into this contest, you feel. 35 yards away from the goal line. And a motion Hacker across. He had the last reception. Handoff right-hand side to Zero. This time, Denver gets forward pressure once again. And it feels the strength of this defense is their linebacking core. And you saw there, the rookie Jimmy Burgett getting a tackle there. It just seems they got playmakers on all four spots of this linebacking group.
Absolutely, and you're going to see them do more pressure, and I'm absolutely fine. Sometimes they're going to hit, sometimes they're going to miss. But putting pressure on the Toros is going to be important. Don't let them get easy passes over the middle.
Dropped back by Price, trying to make something of it. That was almost intercepted. He was looking for Hacker and overthrew it by about 15 meters there. And it falls harmlessly incomplete. If not for Lucas DeVore, that would have almost sailed in the row's head. And Fort Worth will now have to have another go from third down and long. 4 wide on the field here. 3 receivers plus Robert Garrett Jr. in that slot there. Dropped back by Price. Got good blocking up front, throws. It's caught somehow! Oh, Mama Kate Stevens inside the 10.
That is really dangerous. That's a tough catch right there. Early in the game, in the double coverage. First of all, I love the pocket. Beautiful pocket. The stuff up in there. What a way to throw it on a dime. That is what the kids call an absolute dot, Jacob.
That's how you end the quarter. Denver with the lead at Fort Worth. Deep on the attack. Eric Price has completed 3 passes on this drive. All of them at least 17 yards or more. The last one was a 28-yard pearl to Cade Stevens. And they can now go back to the ground here. Up the middle goes Jet Zero. He's 5 yards away from the goal line. They're going to give him 7.
And that was a gaping hole up the middle, and it started by the throwing that the Toros is doing. So right now, if I'm Denver, I need to send all the pressure because they're going to run that football.
Wide Jacks formation here. Can they get it? Bacon is going to stroll into the end zone, and Fort Worth have tied the game up.
And you know what? That's the way to respond after a tricky first drive that you have to punt the ball. Deliver 2 strikes, great catches on this drive, and then that's what they do. That's their bread and butter. They run the football, and they're going to run you over doing it. I'm telling you, Jacob, this is going to be a great game. Hold on to it. It's going to be a back and forth.
I got excited for 2 different reasons when I saw that I had my name next to this game, and not just the matchup, but also to call it with yourself. And it's projecting to go the way that we thought it would. And Fort Worth, that was some drive. I mean, got the ground game going, as did Denver on their opening possessions, and just some beautiful passing from Eric Price to find all 3 of his receivers at least once. And Denver now forced into a response.
And Jacob, we said this. Obviously, you know, I love calling games with you. The quarterback is going to dictate this. Even though both teams are strong in the running game, it's going to be the quarterback that's making good throws and making completions that's going to open up their running game, because you can't be a one-dimensional football team. I don't care how talented you are, you got to have some balance.
Absolutely, and we saw that laser from Trellis Blanton to find Dylan Lewis for the score, and again, that Cade Stevens reception on the previous drive will be on highlight reels on Monday night. Handoff, that's over the top, and Stone nearly had an interception. That was really overthrown by Blanton.
And He had time. It was just the overthrow, and you got to be careful. If you overthrow the football over the middle, guess what? There's safeties back there that's just lurking. We've seen this a few times so far today. Drop interceptions. You got to be careful.
Couldn't even work out who he was targeting there on that one. Blanton trying to shake it off here. Throws. That time he's got an open man. And it's complete for about a 14-yard reception. Dylan Lewis has 2 on the night.
And a pass like that, we call it a timing route. It's a 3-step drop. You get the football out of your hands before the receiver is finished with the break. So the play before, it was an overthrow. This time they went right back to the same route and delivered a strike. But those things, it's just communication between the receiver and the quarterback.
He's certainly making a statement so far tonight. Blanton's going to throw for a 3rd time on this drive. Rolls out the pocket. He's going to be met straight away by E.K. Vinson, who dumps him behind the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, and they got the pressure that we were waiting for the Toros to have right there. They had a little containment. They had the receivers cover right there. That's pretty much a cover sack. Good job before they let Blanton go out to run.
Read that all the way and got the result. That's a 2-yard loss for Travis Blanton on the ground. And now a handoff up the middle. Goes to win. Salmons gets the 2 back plus an extra. And we'll set up a 3rd down and long. They've, again, completed pretty well. 4 of 6 for Blanton. He's got a bunch to his right here. Drop back from Blanton. He's going to rush. Can Travis Blanton get there? He's short. A slide kept him a few yards away, but Fort Worth got enough pressure there in the middle of their defense, and they'll get off the field.
And you know what? They're going to let any quarterback have that. They were lined up with their heels on the 1st down marker, and the coach said you give them anything in front of that and nothing behind. So that's a good job by the Toros defense to respond.
Man, interesting choice there by the returner McGee to return that when he had about 5 different Denver special teams players that were bearing down on him. Fort Worth will start their drive here from around 30. Price, again, sort of fixed the issues on that last drive, got them downfield, and had plenty of the backfield as well. He's got 2 tight ends and 2 receivers up the top. Short throw is caught. Going to give him a gain of 6 here for Henry McGee, who seems to be playing that sort of outside receiver role today. He's normally more known to be in the slot for his speed, but it seems like he and Stevens are kind of changed roles so far tonight.
It's really nice when you can have a versatile receiver that can play the X and then go in and play the Z and the slot role.
And off this time to Jet Zero, who will get the 1st down. So again, this ground game, it looks solid at the moment. And Zero has become pretty acclimated in this offense. Safe to say it was Jay-Z Bacon's backfield for several seasons, pretty much on his own. And now has a real sort of 1-2 punch here. He will get the carry here and gets 5 on that occasion.
And Jacob, even right there, and I want people at home who's watching, watch the offensive line. If they don't have somebody in front of them, they're moving to the 2nd level to block the linebackers. And that's so key, because if you can shield off the linebackers, the running back will have 5 to 6 yards before they even get touched. And that's always a solid run.
It's often how running plays get busted open. Here's a run for Zero, lowered the shoulder. They're only going to give him a yard. There on that occasion, shut down early by Lucas DeVore, and it'll put some pressure on Fort Worth here. 3rd down and 4. So it opens the playbook up a bit here. We'll have 2 tight ends, 2 receivers on either side of Price.
Denver coming with the pressure right now.
They stacked 3 linebackers on that right-hand side. In the end, they have motioned one across to cover Robert Garrett Jr. on that right-hand side. It'll be a handoff straight up the gut to Jay-Z Bacon, who is shut down at the line of scrimmage there by Hugo Reynosa.
Jacob, you got to call audible. The right side was open. You saw the overload on the linebackers on that left side right there. As a quarterback, you got to take a step back and look to see what they have right there. The right side was open for your 1st down.
Amelia Rose will punt this one away, and she's trying to get that one inside the corner, but it's going to bounce into the end zone. Plenty of mileage, but not the direction. And Denver will trot their offense out to the 20 here and try and get things going again. I mean, they haven't really seen a scoring opportunity since that opening drive. So some pressure on them now, but their defense has gotten them possession once more.
And that's two good defenses making adjustments.
He's got 3 receivers here, Blanton. But they'll hand it off up the middle. And it's going to get 4 there on that carry for Bailey O'Shaughnessy. So he's now got 20 off of 6 carries. And Blanton's only found 2 receivers thus far. It's been Dylan Lewis's evening. O'Shaughnessy and Salmons continue to split carries. That's Salmons up the middle. Stone got to him, and they're going to say he got to him in time and shut it down before he crossed the line to gain.
But it's a 3rd and short right here. I fully expect this team just to run it up the middle. They've been getting a good push on the offensive line. Dexter Jackson and Winston's been doing good so far, linebacking.
They converted every time on that play prior to that play, and has done so once again through Bailey O'Shaughnessy. That one a little bit closer than the others.
Yeah, just got the ball over the 1st down marker, but it keeps the offense on the field and the defense on the field.
They'll push Salmons back out there again. Hand off to him on the right-hand side. I'm going to need a drink of water. And he will get 2 there as Vincent shuts that one down.
And Vincent has been really good at the inside linebacker position, shedding the tackles, shedding the blockers to make those tackles right there. So they're not making it easy for Salmons and O'Shaughnessy to get these yardage.
And up straight up the middle to O'Shaughnessy, gets 2 on that occasion. And Vincent again on run coverage duties. He's been busy so far this evening. Give him 5 tackles, 1 sack, 7 officially. So a couple of assists chucked in there as well. And they'll have 4 wide here. Trellis Blanton to try and throw to keep this one going. It's the first time they've had a 3rd down where they haven't ran the ball. Handoff, play fake right-hand side. Blanton's got plenty of time, throws across his body this time. It's intercepted. He's tested that secondary a few too many times today. And Adam Leach is going to gobble that one up. And Fort Worth have got the break.
And Jacob, we talk about this a lot. I say it in all my games. You're rolling out to one side and throwing it across is the most dangerous pass in the game. Because you got to have arm strength, but it's so much field you have to cover. And that cornerback was like, oh, that looks like a pop fly for me. That's all me right there. You got to be careful with that. Now you're giving the Toros good field position before the half.
This is a prime opportunity here for Fort Worth, starting inside Denver territory. Drop back, short throw is caught, and going to get the push there is Stephen Hacker. And Eric Price right back to what was working on that earlier drive that they scored on. They attacked Denver's defense, being between the numbers. They do so again here with success.
I like the ball that Eric Price throws, Jacob. It's a ball that lets the receiver run up the field instead of having to make adjustments right there. That's good accuracy and precise on the ball. And it's like a running play because you let them run after the catch.
The ace here, one-on-one catch is made by Stevens, and he will get 14 and a 1st down.
Going back once again in that three-step drop, getting the ball out really quickly right there on that slant route. I love it. I love the fight for the inside position for that receiver. They teach you that when you're young right there. You want to show the numbers of the quarterback, and it makes it hard for the defender to knock it down.
Stevens now has 2, as does Hacker, and Fort Worth find themselves 11 yards away from scoring. And they've got all the momentum in the world at the moment. James Jennings moved across in motion to the left-hand side with the 2 receivers. Robert Garrett Jr. is on the right. Short throw is caught, and that will get 5 again. He's just playing it in between the numbers at the moment, and Denver can't quite get the coverage there. McGee's got 2 now.
Yep, another quick step. get it out of the quarterback's hands, let the receiver do the work. It's just catching Denver off guard. The linebackers are not setting up in their zone, and it's just like they're getting behind them.
2-minute warning here. Fort Worth knocking on the door again to try and take the lead. Back into a running formation here. They have run the ball well thus far. Handoff up the middle to Bacon, and he is shut down. The response from the Denver defense there, and have to go again here from 5 yards away.
And we know Fort Worth wants to get a score here. If Denver, this would be a success if you can hold them here on this 3rd down. I think they should keep it on the ground here just to be safe.
They will throw, and it's into the backfield. That's a beautiful play, and it's going to be a touchdown for Jet Zero.
This is why I'm in the booth right there. I love passing it out to the running back in that situation because nobody was guarding. No one at all. You went through your first progression, which was a slant over the middle, and that was taken by the linebacker. But guess what? That linebacker did not guard that running back out of the backfield, and that's just money. What a way to call something different that they weren't expected, and now you have a lead going into the half.
Crucially, they get points off of the turnover generated by their defense, and that's the score that breaks the game open once again here with 90 seconds left in the half. Still plenty of time for Denver to construct something. We'll get a look at their 2-minute offense here. So again, to go over the numbers, Blanton 4 for 7 so far in the half. He's had that interception on the last play. So he got up his sleeve here with 90 seconds out before the half. Remember, Fort Worth will get the opening second half kickoff as well. The handoff to the outside for O'Shaughnessy. He's got to try and get through, but Ben Stone shuts that one down. And now you're going to ask the question, do you try and hurry things up a bit?
So Blanton already has the interception you had in the last drive here. Do you have, Jacob, those passing plays in your playbook? Clock is running.
Why they're going to hand it off to Ari Mills, and he is stopped right at the line of scrimmage. E.K. Vincent has been putting in work in this half. Another run stuff from him.
Yeah, and they're holding this Denver rushing attack that's came in the league, came in today #1, and is forcing them to pass, and that's what Fort Worth wants right now.
Roll out by Blanton, that pressure in his face, that's incomplete. Had the target there in Logan Keel, but Delaney Nash was back there to make sure it wasn't completed, and Denver, well, they will now have to face 2 straight Fort Worth drives. If Fort Worth decide to do something with this upcoming possession, they too will get another opportunity to start the second half. But they're very liable to have a swing here.
Yeah, you're going to get the ball at least a 35, maybe more, depending on how solid the punt is. Yeah, you're going to have some good time.
That is a good punt from Jordan Bradshaw, and they're going to at least have to start from inside their own half, as Cade Stevens had nowhere to go on the return. And Fort Worth could go to the air here. I mean, they were working well with the passing game in the last possession.
3 timeouts. You can definitely push it.
Got 30 seconds and counting. Handing off straight up the middle to Jet Zero. The touchdown score from earlier. No rush here. They will call a timeout though.
They have a leg of a kicker in Jordan Bradshaw, long this season of 50 yards. So you want to get about 15 more yards to be comfortable. So it's definitely doable.
Not outside of the realm of possibility here. Drop back from Price is throwing outside. Stevens could not hang on. Great coverage from Parker Thomas there to force that one through.
And Jacob, my apology is Amelia Rose. She has the leg. 48 yards is her long. Like I said, you want to get to the 35-yard line. to give it a shot.
Both veteran kickers that wear number 9, I can see the similarity. Handoff faked, roll out from Price. He's overhit that one, and it'll fall incomplete. Trying to find McGee in some space, but nothing doing there. They'll punt this one straight back, and we'll see if there's any late half shenanigans here from Denver. You never know. Rose will try and pin this one as far back as she can. Sail this one towards the right-hand corner. It will be returned by Denver. Broke a tackle. There was Mosley. Got it past the 25. Keel on punt returning duties that time. It's past the 25 to the 27. And Denver will get the last play of the half.
This has been a interesting first half when we thought Denver was going to have their way on the running attack because of the first drive of the game. And then after that, they've just been stale throughout, and the defense for the Turtles has just been unstoppable.
Both defenses have had highlights today, but it's been Fort Worth who have got the advantage here. Short throw is caught, and that will get 4. There are no clocks up there, so Jeremy Mosley's 4-yard reception will end the half here. Plenty to unpack. It's still anyone's ball game here at the Stockyards, but a pretty quick one all told here as it sits at 14 points to 7. Fort Worth lead this one at home, trying to get back above 500 leading into week 9. Anthony Ellison unpacked the events of that opening half.
It was how you respond after giving up a point, and that's what both teams was on defense. Fort Worth had a mission, is to stop the running game, and that's what they did, and they made Bland throw the football, and that's when they got the interception right there. Now, offense, Eric Price playing a great game right here, giving it to receivers, and it led to open lanes for Bacon and Jet Zero here. So it's going to be coming into the second half. How can you make those adjustments? Stop the running game if you're Denver so you can make better passes on offense.
Dylan Lewis is your player of the half with his 2 catches, 53 yards and a touchdown. Before we get back to it, let's take a quick halftime break presented by Breaks GPT.
We just pulled a full-size Taylor Swift helmet. Shout out to all our Swifties. Travis Kelce. This is a Giants Lawrence Taylor.
Patrick Mahomes.
Chad Johnson with the Ocho Cinco.
We have a Drew Brees.
Is that an O.J. Simpson jersey?
It's an Aaron Rodgers.
Oh my goodness.
Tom Brady! Tom Brady!
Break into the world of sports memorabilia collecting with Breaks GPT, featuring signed football jerseys, helmets, photos, and more. Breaks GPT offers you a shot at winning autographed and authenticated sports memorabilia at a fraction of the price. Join the community collectors on the Breaks GPT Facebook page and lock in your shot at getting a humongous headline on the site, breaksgpt.com. This will be returned from inside the end zone by Cade Stevens. Got it straight up the middle. Stevens breaking a couple of tackles. He will get this to the 35 and no further, but he was a chance of breaking that one completely.
Yeah, that's a good return coming from out of the halftime right there. That's a little spark that's going to set up for Fort Worth with good field position.
And it means that Eric Price can drop back out here with 65 yards to the house. And you feel that with the way that this Fort Worth defense played in the opening half, a 2-score lead could be enough to get home here in this one, but they'll be looking for more even beyond that. 2 receivers to the outside. They're going to hand it off up the middle. Oh, Zero, plenty of room. And a brave tackle in the end after a 7-yard pickup stopped that one from being potentially more.
What a run off that left tackle right there. Didn't get touched until 7 yards, and then that was it right there. But great run on first down.
Maybe goal line eye here. And off to the right-hand side. It's going to be a run for Bacon. He will get the first down. Got the leg drive going and keeps Fort Worth on the move.
Look, you don't skip leg day in the gym, and that's why right there. Look how he kept his feet moving, kept the legs moving, fell forward for that first down. Good run.
Back to the Twins here. They ran out of this before. They will do so again. 0. This time, Denver got plenty of pressure there and dumped at the line of scrimmage. Thought he might have lost a yard there, but plenty of Denver response there on that play.
Good job by Denver with the pursuit to the ball right there. They brought more people to the pursuit to stop whatever the running game was going to happen here. So now look for the pass for the Toros.
We've got a fullback lined up there on the looks of things. 2 receivers down the bottom. Price will throw. It's in the middle, and McGee has plucked it in between a pair of Denver defenders. And Fort Worth's passing offense again. They just continue to attack them through the middle.
And it's like he's getting the ball out of his hands right when he does his last step drop. And the receivers knowing that. That's why they turn it ahead really quickly. And he's delivering with precision, great throws over this middle, which is always going to be tricky.
That's right. If Denver was standing additional pressure, you wouldn't know because of the way that they are passing at the moment. It's so rapid that it's not allowing Denver's front 7 to get any kind of pressure on the offensive line as Jet 0 gets a 3-yard pickup there. And Bacon will return to the fold here for this second down play. And off to the outside. Bacon got a block from Alexander. He will get a few more. And it will set down a 3rd down and short.
And this is exactly the type of yardage that Price likes. Right now, he is completing 64% of his passes, which he's on par with what he averaged for the season, which is 62%, because it's short 3rd down conversions to do.
Roll out from Price. Got a good block. Oh, beautiful throw. Dumped off to Aaron Alexander, who will get the 1st down.
Look, I always will pick touch and precision over having a big arm. Because that right there, I love the play design. Rolled out, and then they slipped the running back behind the blitzing defender. It was kind of like a screen pass, but it was in front of the line of scrimmage. That's a great play call. I love that. That's when you put one deep out of your pocket right there, and that defense was not ready for it.
That was beautiful from Eric Price. Handoff now up the middle. This time Denver's response gets there, and Delaney Nash, the safety there in Chuck Diesel gets there. Wrong 41. I'm reading the wrong roster sheet. Price now though on a 2nd down and short. Drop back, got good blocking on the outside that time. They got some pressure on Henry McGee, and he wasn't able to hang on to it.
Good job by that defensive back driving on the football right there and knocking the ball loose. But great protection by the Toros right there. You see they're picking up the blitzes and everything and giving Price time to make these good throws. 3rd down right here. Trip set.
Punch down to the bottom here. Pressure from Diesel through the middle. Price will roll away from it. It's caught by Hacker. They're inside goal to go.
And when you have a 6'5" target, that is going to show you the numbers over the middle. That was a drag route, give it some time, threw it right past the zone coverage of Denver's defense for another 1st down. Now watch, Jacob. That's going to open up the running lane here because now you need to focus on the pass.
Remember what they did last time they got down to this kind of range. They'll toss it to the outside for Bacon. Got past one, tried to get past Haynes. But Ted Haynes got him before he could get to the goal line there. And it's still a good run from JZ Bacon. And I suspect they'll bring out the change of pace here at Jet 0. He could get 2.
Absolutely. Get to that edge.
Alexander on the far side, handoff straight up the middle to Jet 0. Got it! He tried to leap over the pile, and he might have just gotten the ball there over the stripe before he could. And it'll be a Fort Worth touchdown as of right now. I don't think he got there.
I don't think he did, because he got blasted right at the 1-inch yard line. Now let's look at this replay here. Let's see where the nose of the football was when I did it cross. You only need just the nose of it to cross, but I don't think he did. He got hit.
I was questioning myself because it was some hit at the front end here. My goodness, he got whacked. And Michael Goodman went straight for the pocket. And confirmation of our suspicion. And Denver survive again. They've still got to get through one more play here.
A great challenge.
Yeah, I mean, it saves a touchdown potentially. So Jet Zero's second touchdown will have to wait here.
And I think it's going to be who can push what back, because this is a running formation, and there is 9 in the box right now for the defense.
Goal line eye versus goal line eye. Hand off to Zero. He got it. Fort Worth have got the breakaway score.
I love it. Went back to the well. Wasn't afraid to run the football after getting stuffed on second down right here. Beautiful play call. It's really simple. Fullback, you lead up the middle. Touchdown.
It's his first touchdown as a Fort Worth Toro. Jet Zero at least on the ground. And the Toros now find themselves up by 2 scores. And with 15 minutes left, their defense has been absolutely lights out thus far. This is a pretty wide bridge for Denver to try and cross.
Yeah.
That was a fantastic drive from Fort Worth.
Killing a lot of clock, and they're just playing style defense. My thing is now, you're getting to the point, Jacob, where you're down 2 scores. You have to throw the football.
And yeah, correction, just check the research sheet. That's the first touchdown of Jet Zero's next chapter of his career. Again, spent 10 seasons as a Queen City Corsair and made the surprise move in the off-season to join this Fort Worth group and be the sort of second-choice tailback to Jay-Z Baker. He's made good work of it and has got his first score as a Toro. And Denver now under a little bit of pressure, it must be said. They have not scored since that opening touchdown throw to Dylan Lewis that was worth 40 yards. Since then, they've been pretty much silenced on both sides of their offense. What can Blanton produce here? They haven't found themselves down in many games this year, Denver. Toss play to the outside. Here's a run for O'Shaughnessy. He's got plenty of room, spun a little bit too early there, but it's still an 8-yard gain.
And that is a good play call. A lot of the runs has been inside ISO runs and, power runs right there. Nice little sweep. Good job by the receiver blocking that defensive back on the outside.
And we'll go now to an offset eye toss play to the outside. That will be Bloss Salmons! My goodness, he had 3 defenders trying to bring him down and he spun away from them and gets the first down.
Now, don't count Denver out right here. These are 2 good explosive runs. Breaking the tackle from E.K. Vincent at the end right there and just kept on fighting for that first down.
He's known for those. He'll pop up for one occasionally where he'll seemingly get blown up in the backfield and then will appear out of nowhere past the line to gain. Now Blanton will throw, got it to the backfield. It's O'Shaughnessy, lowers the shoulder straight into the corner and will get 7. So he turned what probably would have been a 2-yard gain into a 7-yard pickup there through the leg drive. And they'll bring Salmons back out there again for this next play. Again, projects to be a rush. No extra pressure from Fort Worth, and Salmons will run straight into a pretty light box and we'll get a good chunk of yardage there and a first down.
Jacob, I like the tempo of this Denver offense right here. They're confident on the line. They're reading the defense really well right here, and they're just getting good chunk yardage. This is what we wanted to see for a response for this Nighthawk team.
I hope they pick the 2 times 500-yard rusher incentive because they're almost already there with these 2 with several weeks left in the season. Blanton is absolutely lit up in the backfield there by Jerry Degon.
Yeah, that's a hard hit right there. That's what you don't want your quarterback to do. Just beat the tackle. It was a nice, simple rip move to the outside, and was able to get the sack.
I don't even think Trellis Blanton had enough time to see him in his peripherals. I mean, the play was snapped and he was gone. And loses 7 on that play. Blanton will go to the air again. Again, there was pressure there. It's incomplete. Vincent, in fact, it was the other linebacker in Dexter Jackson who got the contact there, and it nearly fell into a pair of Fort Worth hands. And now a 3rd down and very long upcoming.
You think he felt the pressure right there, Jacob, on that one? You can tell by that throw.
It felt very rushed, that's for sure and certain. Now with a bunch down to the bottom, can Blanton produce something spectacular? Rollout. He's got time. Throws. There was 3 Fort Worth defenders in the area. Nash got the tip. And Fort Worth, their defense continues to hold strong tonight.
Even after giving up, like, the first 5 plays were like good yardage for Denver, that sack did a lot for Denver. It hurt them pretty much, and then they forced 2 pass plays, and now the Toros gets the ball back, and they can really slow things down here.
It changed the whole complexion of the drive because it was run, pass, sack, and that knocked them completely off their stride. And you felt like they were just going to keep running until they were forced to pass there on that possession, but they tried to change it up and took a gamble. It didn't pay off, and now Fort Worth have got really the prime opportunity to push this one beyond Denver's reach. But we know how capable this Denver defense is. They've got playmakers all across the board. They're 6th in the league in takeaways. They've had 13 on the year. It's nearly 2 per game. And Price has yet to throw one, but that handoff is going to be blown up at the line of scrimmage. They've been pretty stout against the run today. Parker Thomas gets that tackle.
Like you say, Jacob, they have 13 interceptions for the season, Denver's defense. So they have ball hogs. They can turn this tide right here. They just got to make the play.
Problem is they're going up against a quarterback who has only had 5 interceptions on the campaign in a rushing game that seems settled at the moment, but not so fast. Another play blown up, that time John Martin, who's been pretty quiet tonight. He's usually the headliner in this defense, but makes that play there, and it's now a 3rd down and long. Denver would love to get their defense off the field quickly here and get their offense another shot at it. Bunch down to the bottom. Roll out from Price. Look out for the short throw. It's incomplete. Great coverage on the outside by Thomas.
Parker Thomas on the outside right there, smelling that play all too familiar from them. That rollout and then that drag route to the outside. Delivered a good hit. I love it. Timing on it is really key because that can be a pass interference if you hit too early. Denver's defense showed up. Now the offense needs to help out.
Amelia Rose will put this one back, and Denver could do well here to start inside Fort Worth territory with a good return. This will be fair caught right on halfway. So, prime opportunity now for Denver. You've got shortened field position. Your ground game looked good on that last drive until they went to the air. And they've now got the opportunity to try and bring this back within a single score. 2 receivers on either side of Trellis Blanton. Jeremy Mosley moved across to the other side with Sango on his right. Roll out. Blanton with a clean pocket. Throws across, it's caught. And now they're inside Fort Worth territory. First catch of the day for Marquis Sango.
Only that's the 7th completion today for Blanton, but that's a really big one right there. Nice little throw over the middle, which is always going to be tricky right in front of the safety. I love the throw right here. That's what you need. Now you are getting down into the Toros red zone.
You're absolutely right. He needed that. He hasn't completed a pass in a hot minute. And a motion receiver across to the other side. That's Jay Viper. He is the only receiver not to be targeted yet. Drop back from Blanton. No pressure. Throw to the flats. It's caught, but will only get a yard, if that. There as it's blown up by Tavius Gordon at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, and Delaney Nash was all over that play. You saw him coming from the middle of the field, sprinted out, and stopped them before they can get any more yardage there. Good job by Nash.
Blanton. 2 for 2 on this drive, and he'll go to the ground here. Great response from Fort Worth. Nash again on the spot, blows that one up after only a 2-yard gain.
And this defense for Fort Worth is just like they're unforgiving right here. They'll give up some yardage, but then make plays when they need to. 3rd and long, they know they're going to pass the ball, so those defense ends are going to come after them.
And a fake. Oh, great block from the tackle. Blanton bought some time, but it's incomplete. That would have been spectacular. There, the work of the offensive line to ensure that play wasn't blown up in the backfield. But you suspect this is still Jordan Bradshaw territory, and they can knock away at this lead of touch.
And what makes the defense for Fort Worth so scary, they're not sending pressure. That is just their front four going after Blanton, making him throw it when he probably doesn't want to.
Bradshaw's got it from 47 away. So the Denver drive doesn't go without points on that occasion. It's the first score they've had since their opening drive, all the way back in the opening quarter. And they will now have to put their defense back on the field to try and get the ball back once again.
They're due for a turnover, Denver is. So let's see if they can get that from their defense right. They got some points. Some points is better than no points. But it's just, you're running out of time.
Yeah, I'm not going to say anything because last time I called the Denver game, I said Pittsburgh needed a turnover, and then literally the next play, Trellis Blanton threw an interception. So I'm not going to try and jinx Eric Price here on this possession. I'm just going to let the game play out because I'm a shocker for the old commentator curse. Handoff on the outside. 0, open space. Can he lower the shoulder again? Gets 8 on that opening carry. And you suspect we'll be seeing quite a heavy dose of this backfield as much as Fort Worth can reasonably run it.
Absolutely. Get up slow. Walk back to the huddle. Take your time. You're in chew clock mode right now.
Jack's formation here. Last play of the quarter. Handoff to Bacon. Got past the worst wave of defenders. And we'll get a first down. So it'll be Fort Worth ball to start the 4th quarter here. They're up by 11 with possession here. Denver trying to force it late. It's still not entirely over here, but Denver need to make something of this quick if they are to get back into this football game. Price in a ace formation here. Pressure shown on the short side. They will run up the middle. Great response. Only a yard there as John Martin starting to announce himself into this game.
Great tackle right there. I love it. Just, wrap up. Don't try to do anything fancy. You just want to stop those running backs in motion right there. And that you need that 2 more times because you need to get the ball back.
And off. Again, they get pressure there, and it's only a 2-yard pickup for 0. And so I suspect they'll be forced to throw here on 3rd down and meeting. Got to be careful they don't turn the ball over this steep in their own half. And
dangerous.
Dangerous times here for the Toros. Bunch formation down to the bottom. Price will roll out. No pressure on him. Short throw. Great grab. Plucked it with one hand. Cade Stevens done that twice now today.
Big 3rd down right here. And that just, it sucks for Denver. Like, you had them where you want to, and then throw a dot over the middle, one-handed grab, and held on to it.
Now back in the ace, they can go back to the ground again here, and Denver have got to do that work that they did on the last few plays all over again. As 0 gets 4 on that carry. Puts him upwards of 40 on the afternoon, 16 attempts. Not the most efficient afternoon by any means. 0 similarly 14 for 45. Both of those two have a touchdown on the board tonight. Offset eye now. Alexander hasn't had a touch today. And off to Jay-Z Bacon, got past a couple, and another crucial first down here for Fort Worth.
And it's gonna be the offensive line for the Toros has been absolutely phenomenal. You know, they don't get a lot of credit, but the fact is that you are pushing this Denver defensive line off the ball right here, and they're just doing it with just will and the tenacity to want to hit someone.
It's Jay-Z Bacon over the half-century mark there with that carry, and you suspect they will keep going on the ground here. Price, handoff straight up the middle. This time, John Martin read that one like a book, and it'll be blown up at the line of scrimmage for a 1-yard gain.
So what's Denver's game plan is to try to get them to 3rd and long and get Price to make a mistake. Right now, he hasn't, and that's why they have a lead. So you're trying to get them to make a mistake.
Drop back by Price, he will throw it, and it's caught by Henry McGee for a gain of 4, and that will bring up a decision time here for Fort Worth. Do they keep it on the ground? Denver, this is probably going to be their best opportunity to get off the field here, given that Fort Worth are already inside their opposing half. They have to make a stop here, you feel. Stevens on the outside, motion. Drop back by Price, he will throw across. That is complete! Stevens has pulled it off again! McGee this time, inside the 20.
That's wild. That is a wild pass right there. You threw it semi-back shoulder, and you had the cornerback like on you and deliver a strike. The only person that could have caught the ball was a receiver right there. And I guarantee you Denver was not expecting that on an early down like that.
And you can see the stats there highlighting exactly what we've been seeing. They have attacked them through the air, through the middle, almost exclusively. That run will only gain a yard as Jimmy Burgett is there to shut that one down. And it's now the pressure is on Denver because Fort Worth are in scoring range, so they really need to force a turnover now. And back the pressure off a little bit here. Motion Alexander out. Price will throw. Got it to the backfield here. 0. Wide open space inside the 5. And he's tackled out of bounds at the 4.
And they are just 2 steps ahead of Denver. Denver sends pressure. That's fine. We're going to put the running back out on a swing pass where the blitz was. That's how you beat a blitz. And they just weren't ready for it. Everybody was looking to the right side. And that's a great pass. These play calls have been really good for the Toros, Jacob.
Yeah, it hasn't been the most efficient way of going about it, but they continue to pound their way downfield. Jay-Z Bacon, wide open touchdown. Bacon's got 2, and Fort Worth will be very, very difficult to catch from now.
The identity for the Toros has been, we're going to run the football, but today we're seeing incredible passing by Price that's leading to these type of touchdowns that you just walk in with. 4-4 came in with a game plan today, and they are executing it to perfection.
Stephen Hacker on Stats with us tonight can finally breathe a bit of a sigh of relief. That's the breakaway play of the game presented by Breaks GPT. Sports memorabilia brokers and collectors. You never know whose autograph signature you might find. And Denver now. I mean, again, it was a valiant effort from their defense, but they just haven't gotten enough out of their offense tonight, which is out of rhythm with what we've seen this season. But you see there, the team stats an accurate time to put those up. It's been Fort Worth's evening across all facets. And again, more than double the amount of first downs gained for the home team. That really sets the standard for the contest.
Really tough when you can't get the running game going, but then you got to rely on the passing. That's what the Toros wanted.
And nowhere to go for Ari Mills. He will be blown up. In fact, it was Salmons who will be blown up behind the line of scrimmage by Dexter Jackson. It's his third for a loss this evening. And when you suspect now for Denver, you've got to go to the air and just try something, because the two backs have not gotten the job done today. Blanton will throw. That's caught. And they've got the first down, 15-yard pick up there on the outside for Dylan Lewis. He's got another one. Another drop back from Blanton. Good blocking up front, throws it to the flats here for Bailey O'Shaughnessy, who was blown up behind the line of scrimmage there. That time it was Luther Gond who got home. Now, still in the pro set. Drop back from Blanton. Throw across, it's caught. Lewis has got another one. First down, 12-yard pickup. They're up, approaching halfway. Drop back from Blanton. Throw outside. It's almost intercepted. At the back there was a corner that dove for it, but it falls harmlessly complete.
That was a good tempo right there. They're just trying to make something happen. You know, anything can happen with this much time left, but it just, this is the script that the Toros wanted. They want Blanton to throw the football as much as possible.
Still on the split back, Blanton will throw again. That's got an open man and Logan Keel. That'll be a 13-yard reception. And they're 40 yards away now from scoring. Another drop back from Blanton. Short throw is caught. That's 4. And they'll keep going. Reset again. Drop back. Got a good block up front again. Same route, same reception this time. Got the forward progress. They're going to say he was short. And Denver are going to stop the clock to challenge.
And I know you're a Denver fan. You're asking yourself, where was this at? But the thing is, Blanton is not having a bad game at all. Almost 60% completion right here. Looks like he might have gotten the first down. Just see where the knee was. It looks like the knee and the arm and the ball was over the first down marker. This is a better angle right here. But this is a good drive so far. They just have to complete it.
That should give Denver the first down. So clock is stopped without a timeout, which helps as well. And he gets them a fresh set of downs. So a little bit of pressure building here. Fort Worth have just got to get the job done inside the last 4 minutes. Bunch formation to the right. Roll out from Blanton. A good protection up front. Overhit that one. He was looking well deep for Logan Keel. Worth a shot, but incomplete.
Yep, doesn't hurt. You got to take shots. You got to take them as much as you can. Make sure like you're managing your time wisely.
Three wide here. Back into the split spread. Short drop back, short throw is caught. That's going to be a gain of 4. I'll hurry it up again here. Okay, Sango in the slot there getting the catch. Drop back again. It's caught. Keel. First down, and they will stick with it again here. They're 12 yards away from scoring. Drop back. Oh, gee. That was nearly picked off by E.K. Vincent. He just didn't see it there in the end. And in the end, Adam Leach breaks it up.
Yeah, they almost called ball game on that one because that was he undercutted that route. Perfect. They just got to get the interception there.
Blanton with 4 receivers here, changing the look up again. Pressure shown on the short side. The short throw is caught. There was a little bit too much coverage there on that occasion, but that won't change the result of the play. I'll just mean that it's now a 1st and goal at the 8 instead of a 2nd and 2 at the 8.
Yeah, too much handsy right there. You got to let the receiver get the arms extended. Good call by the ref.
Like, no mistake about it, aside the result, Dylan Lewis has had a performance tonight. Again, has led this receiving group in targets and receptions and has the lone touchdown for Denver tonight. Three receivers. Blanton put some pressure on late. Throws short. That's incomplete. Davis blew that one up.
And Jacob, the passing game for Denver has not been bad. What was the thing that the Toros will focus on was the running game, and they took Sammons and O'Shaughnessy out of the picture and made them one-dimensional.
Now in a gun. In motion, Dylan Lewis. In fact, it's Mosley up the top. He'll join the slot down the bottom. So now where this is going. Short throw to the flats. It's caught. Can't break the tackle. You're going to have to rush it back to the line of scrimmage. They might have lost half a yard there on that play. Another one for Blanton. Zips it, end zone, through hands and incomplete. Delaney Nash got the important deflection and meant that it couldn't find its way through to Jeremy Mosley.
Playing that strong safety position, just lurking right over there. We've been calling Nash name all day. Been all around the field, making the tackles, guarding the receivers and the running backs. Good stop.
Going to go for the field goal here, Denver. Have to make sure there wasn't a fake there, so you've sort of got to prepare yourself for those. They got 16 plays out in 2.5 minutes.
Yeah, that was a lot. That was a lot of plays by Denver. But once again, with fourth wars right there, it's a bend don't break defense. So they let them give them all that, and then they stop them to prevent the touchdown. Onside kick coming up.
And they produce some magic here on the onside kick, straight up the guts of E.K. Vincent, and he will not make a mistake there. The secondary unit has picked that one up, and Fort Worth, they're going to call game.
Yep, absolutely right there. This is the win that they were looking for to stay competitive in their division. Right now, they're sitting third in their division, so they needed a win right here to get them to the 4-win column, because they still got a couple teams they got to jump.
And Fort Worth can now ice this one off here. 5-yard pickup there for Jay-Z Bacon, and I mean, this is a very impressive performance. Again, they won 2 games in the division prior to the loss to DC in week 7. That was sort of just a real sort of test of whether or not that would stunt their momentum or if they'd lose confidence as a result. I think it's safe to say that the answer is a resounding no, because they have really shown up tonight against the Denver team that was starting to gain some real traction. So the celebrations of the first 5-win record in 6 seasons for Denver will have to wait a week. And as Alexander will get his first touch of the evening, gets an extra few, and will bring this up to a 3rd and short. This play won't be snapped before the 2-minute warning.
And both teams going next week into a bye is much needed, because then they have a division matchup on the road, and those are always tough. You know, with Bossier City at 4-2 and Minnesota at 4-2, it's going to be some tough football games ahead leading into the playoffs.
Schedule never gets easy at this point of the season. If you're looking for more football, Week 8 will continue tomorrow, headlined by the 5-2 Carolina Skyhawks visiting the most difficult place to play in the SFL, the home of the 5-2 Albuquerque Adams at 6:30 p.m. Eastern. Again, remembering that the Adams are yet to lose at home. That will be blown up at the line of scrimmage, so Denver will call a timeout and get their defense off the field here. Other action tomorrow includes Pittsburgh against Indianapolis, Vancouver against Arizona, and of course the best game of the weekend, Washington at Charleston, and right here on the Virtual Football Network. You already know, Anthony, we're looking forward to that one.
Yep, absolutely. No bias.
That punt went straight off the side of Amelia Rose's boot, but it's going to end up not being the worst result in the world. This will fail inside the 20, so we'll get another look at the 2-minute drill here. I mean, look, mathematically not impossible here, Ant. I mean, 2 minutes to go. They got downfield pretty quickly. They'll need a bigger chunk play here on this possession, you suspect, but a touchdown here within 30 or 45 seconds, and you get the onside kick, and you never know. We've seen crazier things happen here. Drop back from throw is caught. That'll be an 11-yard gain, and they will call a timeout here to reset the formation. Someone's going to call a game here, that's for sure and certain.
That's what Fort Worth's looking for. They're looking to call. They're looking for an interception. They want to seal it.
Formation off to the right. Roll out from Blanton. Throws to the flats. It's incomplete. Tried to find Jeremy Mosley, who's been held very quiet today. And they'll get another opportunity to reset this formation here. But I mean, they've got to have something deeper in the playbook here. Something to try and get a bigger chunk yardage play than what they've been dishing out. They don't have much time to make of this. Very wide. They've found success in the spread so far this evening. Drop back from Blanton. It's incomplete. Tried again to fire it to Jeremy Mosley, but it's incomplete. And now they've only got 2 more goes of it yet before they can continue to go forward.
And the defense just came to play. They've just been really suffocating. Denver really hasn't really stretched the ball down the field, so they're playing the cover 2 underneath coverage.
Roll out from Blanton, throws across. That's what they needed. He's found Logan Keel inside Fort Worth territory.
That's what we wanted to see all game. Sometimes just throw it down the field, even if it's incompleted or not. It just keeps the defense honest.
Catch worth a good 37 yards, and that gets Keel up close to the century mark. I suspect his job tonight is not quite done. Short drop back from Blanton. Early throw. Caught. Keel again. 11 yards on that one. They're 35 away. 1:20 left when they snap this. Play fake. Roll out from Blanton. He's got time. We'll zip this one. It's caught. Keel again. He's got 115 now. They're 20 yards away. Has Blanton got another trick up his sleeve? Short throw. It's caught. Logan Keel again. 10-yard pickup. They've got goal to go. Denver making a late push for it here.
This is what we like to see.
Play fake, roll out, no pressure on Blanton. Throws end zone. Logan Keel, touchdown. Denver within a single score.
You fight to the last second. Please think that this game is over. It is not over here. Get a 2-point conversion and then an onside kick. I guarantee you need to turn back around, go back to your seats, and see what happens to end this game.
Don't touch the handset, don't touch the dial. This one is far from over. Denver are going to try the 2-point conversion now, so Fort Worth can win it here with this position. If they convert, it's still alive. Drop back by Blanton, throw short, it's incomplete. It might be over.
Yeah, that's going to be good job right there by the Toros defense. It was looking for that drag route. It just a second too soon. If you just waited just another second, you would have it there, but still onside kick because anything is possible.
The only problem now is if they kick the extra point, it would have still been alive. They won't get it. That was too short, and they'll have to retake this one from 10 yards back.
I love the attempt, but yeah, you got to think of 10 yards.
That was the highest effort play we've seen tonight. That was impressive, but still. You get one more shot at it here. You saw one recovered earlier in the weekend. This one is bobbled and picked up. It's the same one from before, and it's the same player who has picked it up in Fort Worth. Will call game.
There it is. We were waiting for somebody to call game right there. Little bobble. I know he saw the freight train in front of him. A good job holding on to it, secure it. And leaving out here with a win, a big win here for the Toros.
Shout out to Thomas Knight, the backup corner, who has picked up 2 onside kick recoveries here in this game. Denver, a valiant effort to get back into the game, but they fall short here of the mark. Logan Keel got an incentive bonus late in the contest with that no-huddle offense, getting him over 100 yards on the evening, but it's just a bit too short here for the Nightwings. And again, as you mentioned, Obviously, both these teams will enter a bye next week, but Denver's schedule not exactly kind, whereas it's Norrie's Fort Worth, really, for that matter. Bossier City on the road in the division. They still haven't lost in the division this season. They're 2-0, and they have Nashville and Florida back here at the Stockyards before their second bye in Week 12. The Toros, they're back to their winning ways. Don't turn your eyes off this team too quickly. They are right there in amongst it this season in the title contention. Fort Worth wins this one at home, 28 points to 19. The Denver 5-win party has to wait another week here as the Nightwings fall short of the mark. Anthony Allison, unpack what we just saw.
We saw two teams coming in that wanted to run the football, and we had defenses that had the identity to stop the run. For both teams, they didn't run up to their expectations, but the fact is the Toros held Denver to less than 100 yards rushing, forced Blandon to throw the football, got that timely interception that turned into 7 points here. I love the offense for Fort Worth. They literally had great precision with passing with Price, with close to 70% of his passes were completed. And good job running the football with the tandem of Bacon and Zero here. And their defense came to play today, and that was the key.
Fort Worth goes back above 500 here tonight. We say thank you to Stephen Hacker running the stat sheet for us tonight. I'm Jacob Clear, that's Anthony Allison, and we'll see you tomorrow night for yet more SFL Week 8 action right here on the Virtual Football Network.